Hi, I'm Marty Epstein. I'm the owner of Marty's Reliable Cycle. We are the official bike sponsor of Gran Fondo. I've been in business for 34 years, and I've taken on probably the biggest project that we've ever done, and it's called the Gran Fondo. I really liked the idea. Gran Fondo was a big ride, and I got involved with it by reading about it and decided that New Jersey needed to have an event like this. Jim Cook and I were chatting about the ride, and he said, I used to ride a lot about 20 years ago. Jim has a tandem. Jim happens to be also blind. So he said, well, I think I want to do this ride. So I was like, wow.
He had no idea that I was, used to be an avid cyclist and was interested, as it turned out, in getting back into the sport. So when he first came over, we had a great meeting, and then I said, well, you know, I'll ride. Sure, why not?
We got Jim's bikes into the bike shop here, and we fixed them all up. They've been in mothballs for quite a while. Got new tires, completely repacked all the bearings, and they look like a brand new bike.
We went into the back for a fitting. So we had our opportunity to use Marty's excellent staff to get appropriately positioned saddles and handlebar positions and everything else.
We are gonna raise it up just a little bit more.
We're fitting Jim on his custom Sterling tandem, and he's gonna be set up properly by my son Jesse. We have him in the fitting studio, and we're setting him up with new clothing, new shorts, clipless pedals, and he's gonna be all ready to roll, be properly set up, and he's gonna be ready to be training on the tandem for the Gran Fondo.
It was a great experience to have such expertise helping us get in exactly the right fit and exactly the right adjustment on all the various pieces of the bike.
I'm Dr. Damian Martins, the Medical Director of Atlantic Sports Health and the Sports Performance Lab. Today we had the opportunity to test Jim. Jim is preparing to ride the Gran Fondo, the 100-mile bike ride, and we're trying to get a baseline evaluation of his fitness, really determine his heart rate training zones and put him on an exercise prescription so he can then develop a really robust training program. The first test we did today was the resting metabolic rate test. The RMR test allows us to get an underlying basic metabolic rate to determine how many calories he burns at rest. It also gives a breakdown of specifically is it fat, is it carbohydrates. So that will then give us the information to put him on a appropriate diet and nutrition program. Jim came in for the exercise bike test, and so we did the bike fit on and made sure the height, seat, alignment was correct for him. Right. Got him going at a nice easy pace, about 70 RPMs. And as we increase the resistance,
it's going to get tough the next couple minutes.
We measured his heart rate and looked at his heart rate training zones.
Keep it going, you can do it.
Nice work. Good test.
Good job.
Okay, so I just want you to flesh your legs out. Okay, we're going to keep you here for a couple of minutes and just keep it pedaling.
One thing we notice is Jim is mentally pretty tough. A lot of athletes won't be willing to put themselves in such a lactic acidosis, and Jim did a great job. We were able to measure his maximum heart rate, his VO2 max, and also to get an idea of what his anaerobic threshold was. So it was a very good test. Jim pushed through and did a great job and gave us a lot of valuable information so we could build that exercise program for him, that exercise prescription. That way he's not out there sort of training harder, but we want him to train smarter, and that was really the part of the whole test.
So Jim, I think we're finished for the day. We'll sort of wrap all this up. One of the things we did notice is that your engine size is not a Lance Armstrong. And so from that standpoint, we've got some work cut out for us in terms of keeping you in your appropriate heart rate training zone and not pushing you up too high. What we don't want to do is have you spend too much time exercising above anaerobic threshold. Because
some days he's going to do interval work, some days he's going to do long rides, all based on a very scientific exercise prescription for his metabolism. So we're going to go over that with Jim and make sure he understands when he's exercising that he's going to exercise a very specific training zone.
Hi, it's Marty again. We're about 10 hours before the first annual Gran Fondo bike ride. It starts at 7 a.m. Jim Cook and his wife Ginger will be riding tandems along with thousands of other riders. Hope to see you there.